Okay, for this assignment, we're going to create a spreadsheet that performs all of our cylinder calculations for us. All right, so essentially what we want to do is create a spreadsheet. It'll look something like this, where I can type in different numbers for the radius and the height, and the computer automatically performs all the calculations: lateral area, surface area, and volume, both exact and approximate answers. Okay, so we want our spreadsheet to look like this. We want to plug numbers in here and have the computer do all of our calculations for us. Here's how we go about doing it. All right, number one, before we even start, you want to build this in Schoology. If you build it in Schoology, you'll be able to use it on your test. If you build it just in your Google Docs, it won't be available to you. But make sure you're building it in Schoology. To do that, if you go into your Schoology for your class, go under Assignments, there's a blank spreadsheet, just a cylinder spreadsheet. Just build it in there. When you click on it, you'll get a miniature spreadsheet that you can do this with. Okay, so step one, once you have the spreadsheet open, it'll look something like what's up on the screen. And first thing you want to do is format it. You can format it any way you want, but what I mean by formatting is we want to create places for everything. And I did a whole color scheme and whatnot, but you definitely need to have a place where you can input the radius and input the height. And we want a place where it spits out lateral area and surface area and volume. And whether you do this with colors or what boxes you move it around to, it's up to you. I'm going to follow the directions based on this picture that you see on the screen right now. All right, once you have a screen formatted the way you like, then we're going to have to start plugging in formulas. So we'll start with lateral area. This video, I'm going to walk you through the lateral area part and then leave you to figure out surface area and volume. Formulas are up on the screen. So we want to get the lateral area formula into one of these two boxes. I'm going to put it in the bottom one for lateral area. And our formula for lateral area is 2 times pi times r times h. For pi, we're going to use 3.14. For the radius, I don't want to put a number. I want to tell the computer to look in the box where someone puts in the radius. And for me, that's box B3. And the same thing for the height in box B5. So to put those in, you got to remember, you have to start with an equal sign in where you want your answer. That's how you tell the computer you want it to do a calculation. So any place you want it to figure something out, start with an equals. And I'm literally going to type in 2 times 3.14 times B3, make sure the B is capitalized, times B5. If I do that right, I get 753.6. So you probably want to put that in and enter the same numbers I have over on the side and see if you get the same thing. I'm also going to find the exact value. To do that, I'm going to create an extra box here and put the pi symbol in it just to remind me that it's an exact value. How we get a pi symbol in there? On the top, you're going to go to the Insert tab and select Symbol. And when you get this list of symbols, pi is one of them. You got to might have to hunt for it a little bit. And if you don't want to go through all that, you just type the word pi. It's just Pi. And put it in that box. And then in the box next to it, we're going to put our formula again, except this time, since we're leaving it in terms of pi, we're just not going to multiply by 3.14. You just skip that part. So in this case, it's 2 times box B3 times box B5. And if you're using the same numbers I have to test yours, it's 240 pi with a radius of 10 and a height of 12. Okay, you're going to be left to do the other two, surface area and volume. For both of those, there's an r squared. In case you don't remember how to do that, we type in for the radius, again, I have box B3, and raised to the second power. You have to use that little up arrow key. If you can't find that on your computer, it's right above the 6. All right, so you can finish the assignment and test it. If you need some numbers to test it with, let me know, and we can provide a couple you can go through, or you can rewind to the beginning of this video, which has 1 or 2 sets of numbers you can use.